Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya. Don't forget to follow us on Juxtaposition podcast _ Keep going. Kumbaya. And don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share with your family and friends. We love you guys. Thank you for turning.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Juxtaposition. It's episode 21. 21 episodes with us, man. It's been a journey. It's so amazing, to be honest.
My iPad's stuck on this thing.
It's been a journey, but we're here. So episode 21. Hopefully we can go longer. I don't know why I'm starting off the episode.
What do you mean, like, hopefully we can go longer?
No,
we going longer.
I don't know. It's my birthday, guys. I'm 23 years old.
He's feeling. It's not his birthday. It's not.
When
we're filming, it's not his birthday. When we put up the video, it's after his birthday. So we don't. Yes, it's before his birthday.
The greatest month of all, March. It comes Nana's birthday.
It's just Tuesday.
Yes, March 2nd is the Tuesday, and the
Wednesday
videos come out Wednesday, and the audio comes out Monday. March is the month of Justin Bieber's birthday, Nana's birthday. It's March 6th is Ghana independence.
Woo,
Ghana
for we represent. See, we love all Africans.
We love every African.
We celebrate our cousins.
I am too loud. Sorry, but yes, welcome to episode 21. Janet T.
So, people.
I'm sorry.
What happened?
Last week, our episode.
Yes. Did you enjoy our last week's episode?
Did you enjoy? You see how?
Did you watch it?
Did you watch?
Our first interview ever with Matthew Worku. Guys, go watch it. Go listen. And it was a wonderful interview. We talked a lot about his book and his career, what he thought about God, relationships, all of it. All of it. Yeah. So go and check it out. It is up on audio form and video form. And you can go and check out some clips on Instagram and other places as well.
You can watch Real Talks too.
Yep.
Pretty great.
Real Talks is another segment that we have. We just talk uncut, raw, and just it's raw, out there.
Real, and uncut.
Yeah, sorry. You know, my head was like, I was like, I have the words. Someone's trying to help me. But today we're going to talk about church hurt. Oh, sorry. I mean, at least you could say it. You don't have to be perfect.
Upgraded. You know? I mean, I'm assuming you guys hear a little pep in our step. I mean, not me, Janet and Nana.
Nana was trying to be quiet.
I have two hands now.
They feel they lead. Well,
I don't have to hold anything.
Bernice would like to hold it, so she hold it so nice. Me, I was always just
eloquent.
Like,
she wants to be eloquent.
But yeah, we have boom arms, so our hands are free and our sound may be even better.
Capisce the Italiano hands.
Yeah, you can. Free.
Please, I'm sorry, but I said something that can maybe be discriminatory against the.
It's not.
Ethiopians.
I don't think they are.
But I didn't mean it like that. If you go watch, you have to go watch to see what I'm talking about. But I didn't mean it like that.
But he tried, but Matthew shut him down. But
you
can check that clip on Instagram if you want to watch that as well, and check the whole video. Anyway, so our topic today is church hurt. She's gonna put it up. Oh, sorry. Oh, I thought you were going to give it back. I thought you were going to give it back to me.
Oh, my gosh.
Church.
She should put it right here.
I'm hurt by the church.
Oh, my gosh. She's doing
What is going on? See, when you add something to the podcast,
we're going crazy.
He starts going left. Reel it back.
He really thinks it's his birthday right now.
Anyways, continue.
Okay, so we're going to get right into it. So one of the first questions is, what is church hurt? Like, what do the people describe it as? And what is your definition of church hurt?
Well, the descriptions I have seen in my life before. Most people have gone through church hurt by they went to church and some of them didn't really know their sexuality or something like that, or some of them dressed a certain way, or some of them been through something, and then the people in the church kind of shunned them or made them feel bad, or someone offended them in a big way or a small way, and they run with it. They're not trying to say it's small or big, but it's their situation. But different forms, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. That's the same thing. It's like being offended by people in the church. It could be anything.
Offense, man.
Some it could literally be anything.
Yeah.
It could be literally something
Small,
looked at
big,
differently, and you just felt offended. So and that pulled you away from.
And it happens all within like the church context, and I think people just it's become a big thing, and people just they look at Christianity at least for me thing? In a way. Well, I mean, I think it's not talked about a lot, but it does happen a lot. That's what I would say.
Because, my home church, I don't really hear stories like that. If something happens, they only put a container on that.
Well, you only hear it if you're friends with that person. Or
exactly.
Somebody kind of like says something about it and said...
Yeah.
Because you only notice it when people disappear.
Yeah, where that
questioning like,
you're either like, what happened to them?
And then if somebody knows this person, they could potentially tell you, or if not, you just assume like, oh well, they just left because they just didn't feel like the church was doing them justice. Yeah, and they left.
Yeah.
So, have you experienced church hurt in any way, and like, how has it affected you and the way you look at a church? Me.
For me, I'm gonna say no. I haven't experienced. Actually,
I'm thinking about it, but you guys can go ahead if you have anything.
Maybe I have, but I didn't think of it as church hurt.
What? Tell us a story.
No, not. I can't personally tell you like a serious story. Is it
too personal?
Think no. Oh God, are you trying to pry open
therapy?
No. I honestly don't have any experience with church hurt, but it might have been something like a small. Like somebody said, you know what? It's usually you feel church hurt, or you would. For me, I classify it as being rejected when I ask for something,
to do
something, or give an idea and they reject it and be like no, and so I carry that as an offense. So I guess that would kind of be.
I mean, that is an offense. I would say the same thing as well. Like on that, like I think a lot of. Like I would say that for myself. Like you feel like, oh man, I can bring so much to the table, but they don't take in your
they don't value
your opinion or value what you're bringing to the table, and that is being offense because you could take it to offense.
So. I have a story. There was one time where I went to church. I was wearing like an African shirt, like a longer one, and I was wearing ripped jeans with some like nice. It wasn't like super ripped or something like that. I was like, maybe just,
like the kneecap.
Yeah. the kneecap, that's it. Not those jeans that would be like,
Yeah, and I was wearing some, Air Forces, white Air Forces. So, I was looking, nice. I was mixing, classiness with the new school. And then as we're finishing service, a lady came up to me and said she was talking to everyone, talking to these guys and stuff like that. It's like, why are you wearing those jeans? Like, I know your mom like told you to like dress better than that, like And then these guys were saying, Nana. Wait, no, hold up. And I carried the offense and I let it go. Though. These guys said, Nana, why are you wearing? I know, Nana, you have better jeans than that. Come on, in front of everyone. And I was like, bro, like, and I was rebuttaling with this lady too.
I know.
Hold up, Can I tell my story? Please don't steal my story. I was rebuttaling against this lady too, and it was kind of like. I wasn't rude, but I was getting frustrated, like, and I was like, damn, isn't the church supposed to come as you are? Like, how come I have to like come cookie cutter with the suit and stuff like that? What got me more mad too, because these guys knew. They knew like Wagwan when it comes to like dressing in the church, how like it doesn't really matter like that anymore. And They egged it on.
Well,
they egged it on. And I went home. I said, guys, why are you doing that? Don't do that.
No, you didn't.
I did.
First of all, we were actually joking with you.
No.
Joking. Okay, now we can just...
For me, I was joking.
But for me, I just didn't want any issue. I was like, okay, an elder... If an elder tells you, like, yo, don't wear those pants, I said, okay, out of respect, I'm not going to wear those pants because you told me. It's like my mother telling me, don't wear those pants. And it's like, okay, I don't care. I'm going to wear it anyways. That's why I said, okay, just let it go. But I understand because that's not fair because a lot of people especially if you're not familiar with the church or you're just coming into Christ and they come into the church and
then you feel a little bit like oh
out of place, and not have to go shopping and find clothes that I cannot
fit the church. I have to go and buy bow tie and
that can really seriously push people away by that simple comment of why are you wearing
what are you wearing,
or why are you wearing that hat, or what's wrong with what kind of shirt is that?
So like just this year, by watching like Transformation Church and just seeing how they dress, I'm like, what the like?
But then you can go back to you depend on the church and how they've presented themselves, and also the age group and the generation that's right in the church. The generation right now of Transformation Church is in the young hip kind of, they're in the 30-40 range, and they've gone through that style. But the people who we're talking about now are older school, and older school in the church back then, we went to church, an experience. We went to church in Nigeria.
Skirts and
everything. And we had to wear skirts. We had jeans only. And they were like, wait, what do you can't wear that. So, like, you got to think about it back then. That's how they were taught by probably their grandparents as well. And they just carried that on.
And I don't want to go off topic, but that's the reason why I kind of, like, didn't really want to go to African churches, because growing up going to African churches, I had to wear my best.
It's a fashion show,
and man. I'm like, oh my gosh.
They're like, you wear that again?
Like, you can't even wear the same things again. It's like you have to wear your best. And is this a fashion show? Or is this church? You know? So,
I mean, that's where comes the statements of Sunday best.
You present yourself as best as you can before the Lord, but I mean,
but people take that like
the Lord doesn't hold material stuff.
Was the Lord
like
wearing was Jesus wearing shoes, Gucci and Gabbana?
Listen, is that Gabbana? It might have been
Gucci and Gabbana.
That was Gucci back then. Those Gucci sandals were the sandals back then.
I don't want to get off topic, but yeah.
So why do like people associate church hurt with the church but not the people? Because once again, as you just said, the church is the people.
Why do they associate? Sorry, say that again.
Why do they associate church hurt with the church, like church. the church building of the people than the person, or like
I don't know if it's the or people. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Let me tell you something. I think that the people
project it to the church.
The people that get hurt put too much stock into the people, where they think the people is the church, but
the people are the church.
Yeah, it's a very...
No, but I feel like it's... I don't want to explain it. Like, they look at the people like kind of like...
It's everyone.
Your judgment is bigger than God's judgment. That's what I think.
Okay.
If I'm just answering your question.
I think of it as like... Maybe it's one or two people that have hurt you in the church, but
and then they group everything.
The group
yes, that's
looks like
that's what. Yeah,
they're all bad people, but it's just
it's a couple of bad apples in the barrel.
It's I think I was looking for it yesterday, but there is a psychological term for that, or is it psychological or a psychology term? A psychology term or whatever it was that said that like. As human beings, we do that a lot. It's just the way our brains work, where we assimilate like one bad thing, and it's like with the whole group, like everybody's like that. So it's like if one person hurts me, and all I can think about is how it's the church. They belong to this church, so this church, this whole thing is rotten. Like that right there. Don't go to that church. That's rotten because those people. But it's just one person.
No, but the crazy thing is the person will go through that, and then they'll tell someone, and then the person that offended them someone else will join that bandwagon and hurt them even more. So it's like 5 people will hurt them in the church, and then it's like, how can you not blame them?
Or it could even be like what you're saying, like it adds on, but then you don't even know that person, so you already have a perception about that person that like, like they're not good or something like that, or that church, they're not good people. Mm-hmm. So like then it deters people from going to church in general.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, church, I think like when Nana said about how people put a lot of emphasis on the people.
Yeah.
Like, we're human beings. Mm-hmm. I don't understand. Even if you don't believe in God.
Just in general.
It's just in general. Like, we can never reach that level of never offending somebody. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's never gonna happen. I do it on a daily basis where I probably did say a slick comment or something like that. I thought it was funny, and the next person is sitting over there like.
And when something something bad does happen, like go to the source, go to the thing that we should go to, which is the Bible. Like, you will find all the answers there. The love you need you will get it from there. So.
I mean, like, I don't know. Sorry. The church hurt, like, to be honest, a lot of church hurt can be resolved very easily.
Yeah.
Easy
Like,
stuff.
it doesn't have to. Like, obviously, there's bigger ones. Like, but a lot of people hold offense to the smallest thing.
Do you think people should leave the church because of that?
No.
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 And what do you think they should, like, how should they, like, you know, move about situation?
I listen, I've been in certain situations where I could have cut from the church.
Yeah.
But there's been a situation where I said, yo, let's just go sit down and talk.
Yeah.
Like, as men, let's just go sit down and talk. And we did that, you know?
And you resolved it.
You leave it as that.
Take it in. Like, if you're going to really leave after every situation that somebody hurt you, there's no church for you then. You might as well stay home, you watch Transformation Church online or your church online, and that's it. Because...
But don't you think a lot of people... like they feel that now because like it's either church or just right now where we're in right now they're so comfortable and immune to doing online. How do you think that affects
but I think
like the future?
But I think people are happy, especially people who have had church hurt. They're happy. I feel like
happy with what?
That they don't have to face the situation
or interact with
anybody because it's like, yo, like I'm good here, like I'm good by myself. I don't need the church. I don't see, that's the thing. Coronavirus has exposed a lot of people, and I think some pastors are talking about it, how people put emphasis like, I don't need the church. I am good here.
It's like I can pray. I got my Bible.
I can roll out of bed and turn on the TV and boom, there's the service. It's just like
we become so immune.
We become so immune, and so like, how do you learn to forgive when you're offended if you're in your house? You don't have to deal with that.
You need the church community to grow.
Yeah.
You need the church community to grow. Let me say that one more time.
You do.
You need the church community to grow because they'll help you and mold you with problems you're going through. They'll help you with situations that you're also like. There's so many things can benefit from you being surrounded and immersed in a community rather than being home by yourself. If you even want to push aside godly stuff, like even if you graduated from psych, some person probably is in a job field that you're in that like can help guide you and stuff like that.
Basically, creating the community, like a community of believers,
yes,
or like trying
and
to reach out to those people.
The pandemic has ruined people's perception of church. The thinking I can just stay at home.
I would say even the new believers.
Yeah.
Yes,
more than
it's scary.
People who have already been accustomed to going to church. And I mean, it also affects believers that are in the faith.
Remember,
now
if you're in the faith, and you were rocky from the beginning of not saying church is just like, it's just a routine.
Yeah.
And so now you're just like, I don't even have to add that into my routine. I could just literally turn on the TV and go, you're shaky.
Yeah.
You know, and it's very easy for people to waver on and come back to church because it's like, I mean, I can pray. I can read my Bible.
Everything is at home. It's so convenient.
Do all this stuff, and I don't need community. But that's where the enemy seeps into your mind, saying like you can do things all by yourself.
Yeah.
But that's the pride, and so right there, God is already displeased with you, saying that I can do things all by myself. It's like, no, all things work together for the good of those who believe in Christ.
And you also think like if we don't go out and if we don't go to the church, like where is the church influence on society?
Yeah.
Like, we don't have that, like if we coop ourselves inside, how are we going to know who the Christians are? How are we going to spread the word? How are we going to evangelize, like how they're going to know that churches are in the community. Churches are here to help and heal the people who are hurt, are hurting. Like, we're just going to be cooped up inside our house.
Honestly, and I know some good Christians that just stay home and they don't come to church. And I know something probably happened because I don't understand how you just stay home. Like, you don't... And I used to do that. After Sunday's service...
You run out.
You run, like...
straight to the door and go home to my bed.
Yeah.
I would do...
I think Superfly, our friend Superfly, Ruth Ann, hi, if you're watching. She, told me, Nana, why do you do that? And I said, I don't know. I just don't want to talk to people. And it's big. Like she said, community is big. And me, just after Sundays, it's good to see a new face and to
push
talk
yourself
to someone.
out of that
yes,
zone.
push yourself out the comfort zone.
But once again, that's how the enemy works, right? You said, I don't
For
know.
a long time, I did that, eh?
But then, if you look back over your life and just when you ran out to something that wasn't like Jesus.
Oh God, let's not talk.
No, but not just you, anybody. If you're running, you're running towards something that's not like Jesus. Because if you were running to Jesus, you would run and make friends and community and talk to people. Obviously, if you have things to do, you, that's different.
You're
but
running something to,
if you're just
to
running,
comfort you.
yes,
Like
if you're just
else,
running to get out because you're just like, I don't want to talk to nobody, then that's a problem. You know what I mean? Not everybody's meant to be chatterbox, but at least build a relationship with somebody.
People.
Yeah, like say hi to a few people and then you can go on your way, because you never know what God can do within that space when you're talking to people.
So what happens, like, even, okay, let's go back to a situation in our church, right? Is it okay for a church to just wipe the history books from someone that did something wrong? Or should we, like, talk about it? Or, like, let the person still be in, like, the church? Let's give a scenario. Maybe a scenario.
Okay.
Like sexual abuse or sexual, I don't know.
Harassment
or something like that. Should the person be, like, shunned out? Or should the person get the person help? I don't know, but
I think
just to wipe, especially if someone was very powerful in the church, that we looked at the person like, yo, this
so they were a leader in the church.
Yes.
See,
you can't just wipe someone out like that.
No, but listen, because there was a pastor, was it Hillsong? Where he cheated on his wife, and they wiped him.
They did?
Yes.
Let me tell you one thing I don't respect. This man brought you people to the church.
Yeah,
Okay? Yes, he cheated. But are you just going to throw him out to the side? Like, at least get the man some help. You can say, yo, take a break. And then come back. You're telling me after the man cheated, his giftedness of God just went out the door and everything is gone? Are we forgetting that we're human? And it happens.
No, but people forget that because they put too much emphasis on them.
When I seen that, I said
they see leaders and pastors and people who lead stuff
put emphasis on them, like the God. That's the God. That's God,
and that's why people get confused about the faith, because they're like, if they go wrong, then who am I gonna look to?
Yeah,
and a situation like that, outsiders will look at that and be like, "Yo, if that can happen to him,
that's what I'm saying."
And that's where the next seeping of church hurt comes from. That's why people observers.
That's what I said. But that's why I said I never experienced church hurt, but I've seen people get hurt. Yeah, and so when I see that, it's just like, oh, like I feel like now I have to be like, okay.
Yeah, I
can't make no mistakes. I gotta be perfect. I gotta be on time. I gotta dress well. I gotta know what I'm talking about. I gotta know my word. I gotta do all of this stuff. And it's like, that's religion. That's not Christian. That's not Christ-like.
Yeah. That's not the faith.
That's not Jesus. Yeah. And that's what we have to distinct that. Yes, we have to.
And that's what's happening
right now. A lot of people we're mixing up this idea of like perfection and looking at people as the God. It's like, no. Who gave them this gift? Yeah. Go to that person who gave them the gift, not this.
We're not glorifying the person. Like not glorifying him
or glorifying the gift alone. Because a lot of people do that. It's like, oh, he's a pastor. He should know his word. He should be praying. He should be doing all that stuff. He should not be failing.
God gave him that gift.
Yes,
and we are sinners. We came here as sinners. So
like if you look through the Bible,
sorry.
But let me just finish this. But there's a lot of characters in the Bible. Actually,
I was about to say that.
I was going to say literally almost. I think every character every character has a flaw.
Yes.
And it's to show that we're not perfect.
Yes.
He's the only perfect one that we can look to.
Allow you to have grace and give you grace to actually go out and do what he's called you to do. If God was not there, I'm telling you, I promise you right now, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, whoever it is, Joseph, the brothers, everybody would have done something horrible. David, the king. Okay, David should not be a king. He shouldn't have been a king.
I can't understand how the higher powers have just they threw him to the side like that. Like you guys should know.
But that's why I said. Like, I was gonna say like the church. I said this.
They've lost their focus.
Yes, the direction is lost.
It's lost. They're
remember how Mike Todd was talking about 1 degree off.
Yeah,
and you're drifting.
My problem is you have time to sit down with a situation. Like, you have time to sit down, okay? It's not like, boom, we're just making...
But they're you're not like on the people and what their reaction is like. It's not a matter of like, let me
have to revisit that situation.
But don't you believe that it's easier to cancel somebody than to work through?
Yeah, that's why I feel like
that's why.
Listen,
the church has the cancel culture.
Oh my
no, the church definitely has a cancel culture.
Don't get it twisted, guys. Not just
I don't believe in cancel culture,
but the church has that cancel culture.
Everyone should be canceled. Then
you don't have to believe it, but
everyone should be canceled.
No, it's true. Everybody should, but they don't.
In the eyes of the Lord, everyone should be canceled. I am too loud right now, but everyone should be canceled. So like, even, and I used to do this in the past, like R. Kelly or something like that. I'd be like, "Bun that guy, don't even play his music."
But everybody,
who am I to say that? Like, I'm a sinner, like, just like him.
Once again, I think we talked about this in a couple episodes prior. We hierarchy sin. Sin is
but it's not that bad.
And you got scenarios that
so it's like if I steal a $2, what if you steal a $2 from your
someone? Is that the same?
It's the same thing.
I see a heated conversation. How's that the same?
It's the same thing. You stealing $2. It's about the heart.
Posture,
and I was gonna say, oh gosh, I lost my thought.
Sorry. No, I'm sorry. But yeah,
okay.
if cancel culture is real, everyone should be canceled. Yeah. I should be canceled. Your pastor should be canceled. So let's stop trying to cancel these people and actually, like, maybe talk to them and figure something out instead of just throwing them out to the side and our problem's done with.
Sorry, I remember my thought. I think we always talk about this, but expectation.
Mm-hmm.
That is a huge thing. I think our expectation we've lost. I don't even know what the expectation is at this point because it's
lost.
It's lost.
It wavers sometimes.
No, it's like what are you basing your expectation on? Like, are you looking to people for your, like, how to put the ladder?
Gauge.
Yeah, like, what should I expect? What should I? You should, the ultimate person that you should look to for what they should expect you from.
Is God, Jesus.
Something.
No. The expectation.
The words. Yes. But it's
God.
like your parents. You know what they expect from you.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. As a Christian, you know what God expects from you. It's to love people, to forgive, to be tenderhearted, to be compassionate, to be caring. And so if all of these things and all you can think about in your life is that I'm prideful, I don't care, I'm doing this by myself, I don't care, I don't need community, I don't forgive, that person's, like, they offended me. Then you've drifted.
Yeah.
It's 1 degree off. It turns into a whole lifetime of,
people
trauma.
Leaving the church, looking at Christianity as...
It's not. It's like religion and a relationship with God is two different things.
Yeah.
Two different things.
They don't even...
I think but that's we have to, as Christians, do a better job of communicating. And also we have to be, I think a lot of times as church members or Christians, because we're saved, we think we're good. Because we believe, I'm good. I don't need to look. I don't need to search my heart. I don't need to ask God for all that stuff because Jesus saved me. I just have to believe, right? That's what the word says. Believe, and with your mouth you say, I believe in Jesus and what He's done for me on the cross, and I'm good. But that's not the case. Because if that was true, then why do we have 66 books in the Bible? You should just need
humbleness.
It's literally
a lot of things.
Yes,
everything.
It's like you need to go back and realize, like, it's by grace that you have been saved.
Yeah.
Okay. It's because He loves you. That's why you've been saved. So that's why I love Transformation Church, because they
make you self-search yourself.
The motto is to represent God to the lost and found for transformation in Christ. And that's so true. It's because the lost need it and the people who are found need it. We need to remind ourselves, like, what are we doing? Like, how do I come back and be in line with what God has called me? So that's why I think a lot of church hurt comes from, because we've lost the I think the heart. I was talking to Nana yesterday about it. Our heart, the church's heart is dying.
It's hard. It's turning cold.
I don't think people want to admit it.
No,
it's on the Juxtaposition. No, and
I think coronavirus actually exposed us, to be honest.
Not real talk.
Because at the beginning of the year, but what happened in the beginning of the year? Social justice stuff exposed us. Our heart condition. Yeah. Oh my gosh, politics exposed us. Heart condition. What?
Christians weren't talking about these topics.
Exactly.
And then they never had anything to say about it.
Or they
haven't been challenged about that situation ever.
And that has to do with the heart, because it's like a lot of people
some I would say came up and knew what to say.
They had to start now.
That's what I said. Not all, but those ones who first didn't just go out. There was ones who hid.
Oh, for sure.
There was ones who
talk too fast.
They talk too fast. God says, slow down, slow down. Think about it a little bit, and then
some Christians spoke out of anger.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
And then they had to go back and be like, oh, but see, what happened
I said was no, I didn't mean it like
that.
It's like, no, that's why God says, like, go in the secret place with Him, try to figure out the situation, ask for Him for wisdom before you speak on a large platform. Because if you have that type of platform, people are going to listen to you, and then they're going to look back at your comment and be like, but he said that.
You see, you know what I think? I think if the humble, like the humility. If everyone had that in the church and the willingness to always telling yourself, yo, I need to work on myself. I'm always, even if you're the pastor, you know, and I struggle with this, telling people you struggle with that. And everyone is like kind of just seeking, like striving for Christ. Like there would be no situations where there is a lot of church hurt.
Yeah. I think transparency is a key part.
It matters.
Sure. Like people need to be in your world. They need to be like you can't post up this wall.
I don't even know
people are gonna think that you're the
top
if
notch.
they're hurt, they'll be like, oh, like I hurt.
I don't
pastor or the leader or whatever. But if you are soft-hearted, tender-hearted, and they know your story.
Because if they're going through that, they're going through that, they can remember, he's been through it.
Right.
Exactly.
So if this person from the church says that about me, I know my pastor has been through it. So what can you say? How can you say that if he's been through it and he's conquered it and look where he's at right now? Yep. So I can do the same. Aren't we supposed to grow? Aren't we supposed to help each other grow?
People are not transparent.
We just want to. It's hard.
It's hard, but it's also
needed.
It's needed, and also like. Once again, it's a heart condition. You have to fix your heart. Like if you don't fix your heart, you're going to die. You can't say you have a artery that's and you're gonna say I'm good. I'm gonna do a 5K run. You're going to die.
Yeah. You're right.
You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of things, honestly, end up being your heart. You have to look at yourself and be honest with yourself and be vulnerable with God. Because that's what I had to do a couple weeks ago, where I literally laid out everything that my heart's desire, whether it be with God, not God, whatever it was, put it out there. Because once you let that out, you can tell after you release it, it's like there's no judgment. What is he going to do? He knew that you had this stuff from before. You know what I mean?
It's just for you to self-reflect.
It's just communicate and be self-aware, and then he can speak to you and be like, okay, this is what I'm talking about. This is what you have to fix. This is what you have to work on. You know what I mean? Like if you just hold on to like, oh, I'm good. I'm good. You know,
you can be good for so long.
I'm fine. I'm good. I'm the nicest person. Okay, I'm the nicest person. A lot of people say that I'm the nicest person.
It's easy
ever.
to be nice.
Very easy.
Easy to be nice.
But when it comes
people don't think about that.
Nice,
you know?
but nice also. Very. But what about forgiving? Why can't we say I'm the best at forgiving? Nobody's ever gonna say that.
Like I'm a nice person. I give. And
then when you bring up some offense, no, I don't talk to that person. Who's that? Sorry, what's her name? Oh, okay, no.
That's how Satan creeps in. He creeps in the little cracks. Those little cracks that you don't
some
see.
people that haven't talked to each other in church for a long time because I've been through it. I've been through it.
Oh yeah, it's very easy to bypass
3 years. 3 years without talking to someone. At least 2 to 3 years.
That's a long time, and you're going to the same church.
Walking past me like I don't even know you, like you're a ghost. You know?
That's like you work with a person, you hate them. Like you need to confront them. You're gonna be working with them every day.
And maybe during the quarantine when I feel like I got transformed and I learned more about forgiveness.
Yes.
Instead of just holding on the burden of, oh my gosh, this guy hurt me.
Yeah.
And I want him to come to me and forgive. And to apologize. Yeah. No, I worked on myself, took the initiative to ask for forgiveness. I didn't get the response I wanted, but I still did it, and I felt better. Instead of holding on to he did this. There were so many things.
You can many
things. Yeah. But I had to confront my feelings and stuff. But people just need to let that stuff go, man. Yeah. And not to say that nonchalantly, okay? Because that can be.
I mean, healing takes a lot, a process.
No, but it's the reality though, because you're not being insensitive.
But the reason I said that,
because it doesn't. No matter what, like, okay, let's just put this in perspective. Jesus got beaten. Okay, whipped, spit on.
I try to put some sauce on it.
Literally, no, like that's the worst. You're being you're hung on the cross and you're suffocating.
Still forgetting.
And you it's not one person. Okay, he didn't die for one. He didn't die for two. How many people are in this world and there's more to come? He died for everybody. He said, you know what I mean? And so yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, it's going to be difficult to forgive somebody. But no matter what, we are called because Christ forgave us. That's what it says in the word. It's very simple, but it requires help, you know?
And no one would ever do what he did.
Nobody. You telling me, are you sacrificing?
When they want to be the ones
for me? Would you sacrifice?
I mean, I would.
No. Would you get beaten? Like for the world, would you put yourself in a position where you get beaten, spit on, whipped?
To save the world?
Yes, to drag the cross on your back.
Get nailed in your feet.
And your hands.
Put thorns in your head.
And ask me next
vinegar.
week.
And you're getting disrespected.
I get what you're saying, though.
Insulted. You know what I mean? It's very hard. Don't get it twisted. Forgiveness is one of the hardest things.
It is.
Anybody can. It's very hard.
Really hard.
Very hard.
Pride is too big. My pride is big. But listen, I know there's some people that have a lot of burdens they need to get off the chest. I'm looking at you right now. Please let it go. Please. You're ruining your growth. You're ruining your process.
You're right.
You're ruining your process.
Healing takes a while.
Let go of that church hurt, man.
Yeah.
It ain't going to benefit no one, man. I'm telling you. So.
Well, since you're talking about it, what are some things that you feel like people can, how can we help them, give them tips on how to deal with church hurt? Because obviously you don't want you to leave the church. We don't want you to run away. We don't want you to carry a burden of unforgiveness because that, like Nana said, is going to cripple you. So what are some tips do you think we can offer?
Like we said in
listeners?
Earlier on, like I think confronting the person that hurt you, but not in a bad way, of course. Sitting down with someone or involving a third party. Yeah. But to hold it on for years is not going to do anyone justice. It's not healthy for real. For you. But you can do things. Obviously, you go in your corner, you go in your home and pray about it and calm down and actually know what is forgiveness before you go and forgive. Learn about it and then come back. That's true.
Some people I forgive.
I let it go. You definitely have to understand what forgiveness is because it's not because you can say, "Oh yeah,
we had a whole series on forgiveness."
Yeah, it's still not enough. Because I can like that sermon. Yes, Pastor Todd preached it well, and
you gotta keep listening to it and listening to it and listening to it again and again and again.
Yeah, and it's a process. Once again, like Nana said, I say like pray. Like there's no way you're gonna go to confront somebody without praying. You better tell God to fix your heart first because when you see that person, everything the emotion just comes back.
People be like, I forgive them, but I never seen them for 5 years. Yeah. And then when you see them, you're like, maybe I didn't forgive them.
Right? Yeah.
It's like forgiveness is
it's like when you see them, yes, like being in the same space.
I was at a wedding in church. Sorry, I know we're supposed to end. I was at a wedding in church, sitting down, supposed to enjoy the wedding. I see this person and I get mad.
Yeah.
And before that, I said, I forgave this person in my mind. Like, it's gone. I see this person and I'm like, oh no, I haven't. I went back home. I said, I haven't forgave this person at all. And that's when the process came like, okay, I need to work on building, on myself building to like getting to forgive him. So. Yeah.
Right. And I was going to say, too, like, obviously, I think people feel like when you forgive, like, you forgot everything that they did and you just bring them back in. But it's like, a lot of times they forgive and forget, but
you don't have to forget.
Because if you forget, you're being unwise about it because then you allow this person to come back in. Again. You still have to remember, obviously, I can't be naive to let this person hurt me. And have boundaries, right? Because the same thing with the word, it says in the word, too. God told them, like, obviously, don't forget what happened to you because it's important to remember because
you teach others what has happened.
Yeah, like why would you ever? Then there's no way you can possibly forget. Our memories is it's too strong and too intelligent to forget all that stuff unless you're into trauma. But forgive. Don't be naive. Put up boundaries. But the point is to forgive and let them go and live their life and not have any animosity towards them.
It takes time, but I mean, like if you're continuously working on that, then it'll be an easier process and even easier process with God.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah. Do you have any more?
She said it.
No.
Okay, I have one more, and this is the last one, I think. But this one is important because I think a lot of times we put emphasis on the other person, but we have to put some emphasis on ourselves and take responsibility of what.
Damn, we should have said that.
No, because a lot of times I do that too.
Yeah.
This person did to me, this person did this, and it's like, but I'm assuming if you're hurt, you've definitely hurt somebody else.
Yeah.
Hands down.
What role
Maybe
did
not
you
even
play?
that person.
Not even
like
it might not. Yeah, exactly.
Else.
It might not even be that same person that hurt you. Yeah. It could literally be somebody else. And you don't know.
That's some good self-awareness. But do people have that? That's the
you have to be self-aware because you can't. blame everybody for our own mistakes.
In my apology with the person, I told him the stuff that I did.
Yeah.
You know, and
it's important.
Hard.
It's definitely
because some people be like, no, but she or he did more.
It works on your pride. That's what it's.
I'm telling you,
it works on other stuff.
Doesn't matter if she or he did worse things to you. Mm-hmm. No, you're still in the wrong for doing whatever was wrong, whatever to the person. So
forgiveness plays on.
That's a really good point.
Every part of your core, your soul.
That's a gut checker.
Yes, forgiveness plays on everything. Your
emotions, self-reflective.
Everything. Yeah. So
let go of that church hurt though.
But yeah,
let go of that church hurt, bro.
Once again, great conversation.
I was gonna leave. Do you have a quote? I mean,
go ahead.
A quotable?
Not a quotable.
A quotable.
A Bible verse?
I was gonna say, did you want to leave off a Bible verse? Because I wanted to leave.
I could leave off with a prayer. Father God,
real African blood, man.
Real blood.
Wait, did you have?
What's so cool?
Hey, don't do that. Okay. Anyways, Holy Spirit. Okay. I have one verse. For you.
That's for all of us.
Well, yes. This is important.
Yes.
For all of us. I think it's been said. What did you say?
I could just push the things to my face. But sorry, I don't. People don't want to hear me right now.
Yeah,
yeah.
No. Okay. This one is about forgiveness and it's very easy. So it's Ephesians 32. No, Ephesians 30. There's no Ephesians 32. Sorry.
Wow.
She's making up stuff.
Ephesians chapter 4.
What kind of Bible do you have?
Ephesians
fake one.
Sorry.
Fake.
We're done.
Ephesians chapter 4 verse 32. It says, "Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as Christ God forgave you." Woo. Very simple. Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya. Don't forget to follow us on Juxtaposition Podcast _ Keep going. Kumbaya. And don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share with your family and friends. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't ever experienced church hurt before, or you have a story, please share. And we love you. And we, the Juxtaposition.
Oh, I have one more thing to say though.
What?
Keep on going.
The Juxtaposition. Oh yeah, my Lord.
And
Kumbaya.
If this hits one person
Kumbaya,
or 200 people,
Kumbaya.
It doesn't matter. We're doing our job.
Kumbaya.
So thank you for that people that are watching.
Kumbaya.
And if you're not, you should. But we appreciate you all.
My Lord.
And this is
Kumbaya.
it. We are the Juxtaposition crew, and we're out.
Have a great one.